Barak Shalom, Bye, blessing, peace, and life unto you all. Welcome to my brothers and sisters. And as we get ready to go into the word, but we are not really going into the word as much. There's something that the Father have been showing me over the past few days that we need to wake up to. So we're gonna ask my wife to just open up in some prayer.
Scattered, Father, among your people, Father, we ask that whatever we learn here tonight, Father, that we will run with it, Father, that we will go and research and do our own studies, Father. We ask that you will grant us wisdom in this time and that you will give us, Father, a heart for you, Father, even though we pray that you'll open our eyes and our ears, Father, to hear what you are saying in this time. In no other name but the mighty name of Yahushua. Amen.
Amen. Now, with what is going on, a lot of people think that this COVID-19 is just targeting the believers. But I got to tell you that it is actually showing up the believers. Reason why I say that? Now, watch this, how things have been playing out, and how the Father has been showing me how things have been playing out. This COVID-19 it has shut down the whole world. Some people say it is targeting the Christians, but this COVID-19 targeting the whole world. The basketballers had to stop, footballers had to stop, concerts had to stop, and the churches had to stop. Everybody had to stop. Now, what the Father is showing me that what is happening now, it is that it is showing up who call themselves Christians as a rebellious set of people. Watch what I'm saying. I understand what I'm saying. No. Rebellious. The young people. First, they point out young people. The young people have been saying that the coronavirus can't affect them. So they going to the beaches and they congregating and they still partying and they still going to play the football and the basketball and they still doing the whole set of stuff that you're being banned from because they say that it cannot affect them. But I'm gonna read a few stuff that is going on also with the believers, and I think they're gonna use this to target the believers because we know that this COVID-19 is going to bring in the mark, the number, and the name. We don't know this can ushering the mark the beast, period, because they want to go cashless. We all can see that. Yes, they want to go cashless. Yes, there's a lot of things that they want to go into this one world government. So this COVID-19 gonna show up a lot of stuff, and they can say that because you handling money gonna help spread diseases and stuff like that. This is gonna be another reason for them to say to get rid of the cash. But we went past that now, because what is happening now, it is not. This was what is happening. It target the whole world. This thing target the whole world, and let me show you the reason why I said that. It is showing up the believers, and it's showing up us as rebellious people. And because it's going to show up as rebellious people, we are going to be targeted. And the reason why we're going to be targeted is because we put the target on our own backs. Now, this social distancing, it's not going to stop us from worshiping the Father. It's not going to stop us from even getting a word over to each other, because right now I'm using the internet. I'm using the congregation because everybody could tune in and watch. Yes, we ain't gonna be touching physically, but it can't stop us from even hearing a word. No. The reason why you say that it is pointing out us as rebellious people, I'm gonna just read just a few stuff and to show that the people looking at us as a rebellious set of people. Now, we here live in the Caribbean. We saw something came over the news with in Antigua, when the police went inside the church service because this thing worldwide. The police went in the church service and stopped the people from worshiping, and then the people start binding up and doing all kind of different things, right? No, the Father tells us to have wisdom. Now, if there is a law that is placed, right, that ain't gonna make us sin against Him. The Father tells us to obey the laws of the land. So if these laws ain't gonna make us sin against Him, the Father tells us to obey it. Now, why you say this? Don't forget they tried to trick Yahusha about paying taxes, and Yahusha told if that is the laws, well, if that is part of the laws, give it to them. It belongs to them anyhow. But this ain't got nothing to do with my Father kingdom. But if this is the laws down here, again, give it to them. So because we have a lot of examples in the scriptures, we shouldn't be caught up and get tricked into being pointed out as rebellious people. So it does talk about the one in Antigua when the guy got arrested, and the people was praying and buying up and stuff like that, but they are the ones who caused. We go now to the in the States. You know this guy. Let me click on here quick to say I want to get the story straight because I don't want us to bring up anything. The pastor that get arrested in the States. Now he have a mega church, and he hold 2 services packed to the brim. You know how big those mega churches be? Thousands and thousands of people has been in, packed to the brim. So a warrant went out for his arrest. So now he get arrested for disobeying the social distancing laws. So again, just read the heading of just read the heading. Just off of one of the newspapers, because a lot of newspapers went out with, and these things happening all over, right? So you're just gonna read here. Florida police arrest Pastor Rodney Howard-Browne. Central pastor holds service hours after arrest on violating governor's stay-at-home order. Tampa megachurch pastor arrested after leading packed services despite the laws that was passed. Then they got one here now, Louisiana pastor who defied coronavirus order arrested on misdemeanor. So you see, a lot of these, so it is pointing us out now as rebellious people. Now, this is another one. This one I want to read because this one is very important, you know. It is, so the devil is using this to show us up in a sort of way, because we are the ones who actually doing the same thing the young people doing. We saying that the young people don't care, and it's pointing out that saying that the believers don't care either. The believers is help spreading it. So let me just go. I want to read. No, everybody know what happened in South Korea. No, they said the spreading of the coronavirus in South Korea started with an underground church. It started with, and you could just type in. If you type in, you can see a lot of write up on it. It started with an underground church with over 2,000 cases that came into South Korea was because of this underground church. They were meeting in secret, although they had an order for people not to be meeting. They were meeting in secret, and like the first 2,000 cases and nearly all the deaths that happened in South Korea came out of this church because they were hiding and they were meeting, and it so happens that and then right now there's a headline now that the South Korea government is looking to sue this church for spreading the coronavirus in South Korea. You see where this is going? So what is happening here? We are being pointed out as the rebellious people. That is what is happening. And we are the believers supposed to have wisdom, because with this article, with this order to stay home, away from people, not gonna stop us from bringing the word. It ain't gonna stop us from worshiping the Father. It ain't gonna. This order is not making us sin against the Father, but us be targeted by governments all over the world, and part of it is our own doing. Yes, we know that everything happened for good, because on our own backs. But this is ushering the Antichrist period, and it's also getting ready to welcome our Savior back, because you could see how this whole thing does spread quickly, so the whole world shut down quick, so things that people used to worship and can't worship no more, because who can't do without the football shut down, who can't do without basketball, who can't do without these singers, and everything shut down. So everything that was a so-called God actually shut down. Everything shut down. So this thing making us, the believers, look like rebels, because we won't adhere to the rules. And they can see that some of my brothers and sisters are coming in, and they say shalom to you all. I'm saying this thing can't stop us from getting the word over to each other. We have the technology, we can use it until it's time to get rid of it. By us being rebellious, we are gonna put targets on our own backs, and that is why the government's gonna come down hard on the church. They say we're supposed to have wisdom, but we look like we are not using the wisdom the Father gave us. And that's one of the things that the Father have been showing me for the past few days, that they are actually using this to show them. So let me just pull out the scripture here quick. Proverbs 6:5-9. Now, a lot of people, even with the believers actually putting food aside so that they could go through this, saying that the Father will protect them, but the Father give us wisdom. Some people looking for the Father to feed us like how the bird feed Elijah, but even after time the bird stopped feeding Elijah, and Elijah still had to go somewhere else to get food. When Joseph believe that they don't have to put down nothing, that the Father can send a bird to feed them. Let me just read Proverbs here quick. And as I said, we're supposed to have wisdom. Read. And the Father just give us many examples inside the scriptures. The Father ain't one of idiots. The Father ain't want no idiots in His kingdom. So we supposed to be sheep and not goats. But there's plenty goats in the kingdom, and plenty goats gonna end up making bad for the sheep, because not everybody inside the Father's kingdom is actually wheat. Some of them is tares, but some of the tares gonna make bad for the wheat. Now, when you look at some of these mega churches and stuff as well, to shut down for a week, two, maybe a whole month, some people, yes, the Father said that they're gonna have wolves and sheep clothing out there. Some people gonna be seeing that they're gonna not be getting money for those 4 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever the case is. Or some people actually depend on this money. But as the scripture said, money is the root of all evil. So some people ain't gonna see the restrictions. Some people can see that it is coming up against their pockets. So they ain't gonna want to adhere to the rules that is set. Grow from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Those two lines alone, the Father is telling you that when it's time to run, run. Because when they roasted the hunter, what you do? Take off and go down through the bushes. The hunter gonna try to catch you, all right? So then there's gonna time to run. There will be a time to stand your ground. But we gotta use wisdom, our ways, and be wise, which have no guide, overseer, or ruler. Provides her meat in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest. How long will you sleep, O Israel? I ain't gonna put slugger there. When will you rest? Will you sleep, O believers? When will you arise out of your sleep? So when you see this COVID-19 as just targeting Christians, it ain't just targeting Christians, it is showing up Christians. It is showing up the believers. Believe it or not, we're supposed to have wisdom. The world ain't supposed to outsmart us. But that is what is happening right now, right? So all we can get labeled as rebellious, just like all the young people get labeled as rebellious. So they right now 2 sets of people getting labeled as rebellious through this COVID-19. The young people, because the young people ain't want adhere to the rules neither, and the church. You ain't hearing nobody else. 2 sets of people getting labeled as rebellious through this COVID-19 that is around the world. And I think this is not by chance. This is not by chance. But everything got to get ushering. Everything got to get ushering. The reason why it says so? Because if you want to see it to come, all of these things are supposed to happen. And then we will be targeted. Oh, somebody want to read it from Proverbs 6, 5 to 9. So he said that when the ant is stored, that he could eat in the winter. So we supposed to be learning from animals. When we watch the animals, we the believers supposed to learn everything from them. Because some people that ain't believe, you could all ask questions if you want. Proverbs 30, I can read Proverbs 30, 24 too. All right, let me start from 24. There be 4 things which are little upon the earth, but they are exceeding wise. The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their meat in the summer. We supposed to be learning, right? This is a writing from the wisest man that would ever walk the earth. The cornies are but a feeble folk, yet make they their houses in the rocks. So he's telling you that they may go and make their houses on a feeble place that as the wind blow, it blow down. See, the animals got wisdom. We supposed to be learning from all of these things, but we ain't learning. The locusts have no king, yet go they forth all of them by bands. They travel together in unity. See, the scripture just show you everything, you know. The spider takes hold with her hands and is in king's palaces. So they said that these are little small creatures, but yet still take wisdom from all of them. So you could have considered Joseph a spider because he ended up taking a big place in Egypt. He was a spider that raised up to rule. So but you see the 4 creatures, the ants. They prepare, they store. When they see the rain set up, they prepare. We seen the rain set up through this COVID-19. We seen everything getting set up right now. So all I know, although we are separated from each other physically right now, we should be preparing for the things to come. We just read Revelation all the time. We know that all of these things have to come to pass. So with this vaccination that they're doing too, they want to do a test, not only a test, They want to do it that everybody supposed to have a report on who had it from who had it. So there would be a test on everyone so that you could go back into the workforce and you must pass the test that they're gonna give you. That's all right to you? Meaning for you to go back to work, you got to show that you got so we supposed to be getting prepared because we could see what happening. But because we getting labeled as a rebellious people, they ain't gonna come at us even harder. Let me read some, see if any questions happening here. Good. So I ain't see no questions. So people, we have to be wise. And the scripture tell me about all these animals that are wise. And we can look at the small animals, we can look at the big animals. And we humans supposed to take something from every one of them so that we could get away from what the government is bringing for us. And the reason why we can get targeted so hard is because we are rebellious. And there's just a few of the stuff I read that from the churches that coming from around the world. The churches are being rebellious, and because the churches are being rebellious, we are being labeled. The believers are being labeled as rebellious people. So somebody asked, what's the next big event on the church calendar? We were supposed to have the feast of Passover and unleavened bread, but we cannot have that now because everybody on shutdown. So we go wait till everything clears. This COVID-19 ain't gonna stop us from worshiping the Father, but for us gathering as a group, yes, we have Passover, we have unleavened bread, then it's supposed to be first fruits. But believers, my brothers and sisters, we got to hope and pray for our brothers and sisters around the world that is define the laws that they are putting in place for people's safety, that making us being labeled as rebellious people. Yes, it is the target. We know that yes, all this can come down and target us in the end. Well, so it says based on the article read, the virus is aimed at the Christians. That was a question mark. And then I see another brother here saying, I can answer that. So don't think I forget your question. I can read what my brother here saying. Since we are seeing the setting up of the beast system, are we waiting for Satan to be cast down to the earth before the revealing of the beast? Revelation 12:9-17. Let me go to my sister here first. She asks, based on the article that I read, if the virus was aimed at the Christians. I think this virus, me personally think this virus is aimed at everybody. I don't think it was just targeting the Christians. I think this was aimed at everybody because it's not just the Christians that get affected by this thing. Everybody was affected. The multi-million-dollar football matches, the multi-million-dollar basketball matches, the multi-million-dollar concerts. The whole world was affected by this coronavirus. A country being shut down, we're gonna lose money because of this coronavirus. But I think that it just got out of hand. I think it was, for me, I can keep saying for me, you know, like old Paul said, as for me, right? I can talk from a personal point of everybody, because I think it was just to target one person, one nation, and it end up targeting the whole world. But this now get end up, although it target the whole world, we, the believers, put ourselves in the limelight through this whole thing. We put ourselves in the limelight. You know why I said that? We put ourselves in the limelight by disobeying the laws that everybody is called to follow. Because it's not only us that is being affected by this. Because we, as anything happen, we look at it as a target on us. But we go start and say, wait, we as the believers vexed with this thing that's going on. But we shouldn't be vexed. We should be happy that certain things are happening because we then know that the return is near. Because if certain things don't happen, the Yahushua can't come. But instead of being happy that certain things are playing out, that we know that our Savior coming is near, we end up being rebellious so that we could be targets. You understand what I'm saying? We should have been rejoicing when we see certain things happening, because we then know certain things have to happen, and things have to happen for our Savior to return. He can't return unless certain things happen. So when we see certain things happening, we should be rejoicing, not be fearful. But because of how reaction of some of our brothers and sisters in the world, we will be targeted even harder because of the rebellious nature of some. So I guess that answer your question. It wasn't just targeting us, the believers. It was targeting the whole world. Not the whole world. It was targeting the nation at first that spread to the whole world. It so happens that we are bystanders in it. But although we are bystanders in it, we are not standing out in it because we are rebellious. So I see what my sister said, love of money is the root of all evil. Yes, because of the love of money is why some of these same mega churches, they ain't want to shut their doors. That is why some of them got to defy it. And this is one person right here. We are supposed to be wise as a serpent and wise as a dove. Yeah, I just reading what they wrote. Would you say that this virus is a part of the Great Tribulation? I won't say that it is part of the Great Tribulation. And the scripture tells first and first, what is the Great Tribulation? Or is it just tribulation? The Father said that the believers will go through tribulation, right? No, we as believers are not going through tribulation with this virus. We are not. But this is going to usher in a lot of tribulation because of the believers that are being rebellious during this disease, during this COVID-19 shutdown. It's going to usher in tribulation on some of us. Not everybody. It might be everybody. But as rebellious, just like the young people. There are two sets of people being labeled as rebellious during this COVID-19. The young people, because they don't want to listen to the rules, and the believers, because they don't want to listen to the rules neither. At least some of the believers, let me put it this way. Some of the believers ain't want to listen to the rules neither. So, as I read earlier, the South Korean government is suing the underground church, that they're suing the underground church for spreading the coronavirus in South Korea, because the first over 2,000 cases, the first set of cases that was in South Korea, they already have the pastor arrested there as well, but they said they're going to sue the church for spreading the coronavirus in South Korea because they were meeting secretly when there was a ban that nobody should be meeting together. So that's just what the same thing. A lot of pastors in the States get arrested because you know what? They are still they're holding their big services in their mega churches and they are being arrested. They are getting arrested by the authorities. And as I said, what is this making us look like? A rebellious people. All it is making us look at rebellious people. So when you said COVID-19 is tribulation for the Christians, no, it's not tribulation for the Christians. COVID-19 was a shutdown for the whole world. It's not only Christianity get affected by it. Muslims get affected by it. Basketballs get the professional sports get affected by it. Baseball, whatever sports you want to take, but everybody affected by this. Even the Olympics get pushed back. But the reaction from us, the believers, will make us have effects after it is past, because we will be tired. Let me see. And because the way we are reacting going to make us be a bigger target in the long run, because this social distancing cannot stop us from worshiping the Most High. It can't even stop us from getting the word out to our brothers and sisters, because all of us is Skyping to each other. We got WhatsApp, we got Zoom, we got what's the new one now? Duo. It can't stop us from talking with each other. It can't stop us from worshiping. It can't stop us from worshiping the Most High. So any law that can't stop us from worshiping, follow it. As Yahushua said, give what belongs to Caesar, because he said, if they tell you that, they ask you, look, should we pay taxes? Should we pay taxes? He said, yeah, because you know what? Caesar face on the coin. You wallet the coin, so who face on it? Caesar face on the coin. So you know what? Give it. It belongs to Caesar. Give him. He ain't gonna stop you from breaking any laws that the father have. So you have to keep it, because the father tell you keep the laws of the land. Now, if the Lord tell you, you have to do something that you know that you make you burn, then you're gonna make you standing. As I said, there's gonna be a time to take a stand, but you're gonna know when that time comes. You see, one person, you're right, this virus is also acting as tests for Christians as well. It is a test, but a lot of them is feeling it. Believe it or not, a lot of them is feeling it. It is a small test. And because of this test that is being failed, a lot of people can pay for it in the long run. Because some of us can't see in the long run. Some of us just see the short. Some of us are short-sighted. And because we are short-sighted, we can't see what is gonna develop in the latter days. And because we are short-sighted, we're gonna be rebellious, like some people is rebellious now. And because we are rebellious, in the latter days, we can pay for it. Pastor arrested, and you so much pastors get arrested for it, or how much believers get arrested for it. Believe it or not, we are not using it. The animal's voice, the animal's voice than most of us. That's why your father give us something from all the animals. We're supposed to be learning something from all the animals. You gonna know when to run. You know when you gonna stand your ground. You gonna know when to store. There's something out there for us to learn from all the animals. Are we supposed to be the supreme? We supposed to be over all of them. So we supposed to learn something from all of them, but we learn one trap money that we could only learn from one and not all. Some people only want to be a lion, so they will never back down from nothing. They always want to fight. But we supposed to learn something from all the animals. So you gonna know when to run, you gonna know when to stand your ground, you gonna know when to store, etc., etc. Learn from the animals. The father tells us to do that, but we ain't doing it. I know that before I don't want to break no curfew neither. So it give me with you off in a few more minutes, because I have to be off and run a certain thing, and I gotta follow the by no police or nobody, right? But curfew can't stop me from worshiping. So I just my brother read something here early. Since we are seeing the settling up of the beast system, are we waiting for Satan to be cast down to the earth before the revealing of the beast? Now, understand this, right? We are waiting. Right, you are right about that, my brother. We are waiting on that because you know what? When that happens, there's gonna be chaos on the earth. You see, war be unto man when this thing happened. Because you know what? Some people believe it done happen already, but the scripture say that they will be cast down to the earth, and and where that play out, that have to play out before he comes. So the more these things we see happening, the more because they have already went through their judgment. So we should be excited about what is going on here, and not fearful, and not be rebellious either. So I say, can you please share a bit on Luke 21, 7 to 12? So let me do this quick. Luke 21, 7 to 12. Let me pull out the scripture here quick. No, Luke 21 is one of the scriptures is work with all the time. Because this sure, wait for me. I miss you will see her sharing. Shalom, shalom. I see a lot of people still coming in. But my brothers and sisters, it's good to have you all. Yeah. I like the older versions. All right, Luke 21. Let me read it from this until the older version comes. Luke 21, 7 to 12. Teacher, they asked, when will this be? And what will happen in order to show that the time has come for it to take place? Yahushua said, watch out, don't be fooled. Many men claim to speak for me will come and say, I am he. And the time has come, but don't follow them. Don't be afraid when you hear of coming from the sky. Before all these things take place, however, you will be arrested and persecuted. You will be handed over to be tried in synagogues and be put in prison. You will be brought before kings and rulers for my sake. This will be your chance to tell the good news. Luke 21. A lot of people don't understand that Luke 21, Matthew 24, a lot of this has already passed. No, the question about Luke 21, right? The question that was asked to Yahushua was about the temple. Is the same thing with Matthew 24. The question was asked, when will it, because don't forget, they were bragging how beautiful the temple was. And Yahushua tell them, this temple will be destroyed. Not one rock will be left upon another. This will be destroyed. And they asked him, so when will this take place? So Luke, Now they asked about the temple, right? They asked about the temple. When will the temple be destroyed? And when will it come and be? Now, when you read Luke 21, and you read Matthew 24, and you read Mark, in Matthew it says, when will the temple be destroyed and when will it come and be? I think it's in the beginning of Luke, it says, when will this temple get destroyed? It didn't say anything about the coming. When will this temple be destroyed? And when will it come and be? That was the other part that was added on, right? So let me look at that. Before I tell them, well, wars, you hear about wars and rumors of wars, you hear about all sorts of different things, and you tell them two shall be in the field and one taken. No. Let me show that it is this already passed already. Again, let's jump down to 21, right? Again, let's jump down to 21. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them who are with child, and to them who give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon his people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. So, as you can see, when Yahushua come again, we again led away captives again. This is something that is already past. So Yahushua tell him, the question was, when will this temple be destroyed? And he tell him about all these things that are going to take place. Because don't forget, persecution was taking place from the time Yahushua left. From the time he was there, actually, persecution was going to take place. Even before he started his ministry fully, because John the Baptist was getting persecuted. So persecution was taking place all then. But Yahushua telling them, all these things gonna happen to one another. These things happen to you all. And when did this happen? This happened in 70 AD. In 70 AD is when the scripture say not one rock should get left on another. With the same beautiful temple they was talking about, he was telling that it was going to get destroyed in 70 AD when Israel was surrounded. And in the same Luke 21 and Matthew 24, he tell them, those who put the mountaintop don't come in, or those who put the rooftop don't come down. It's the same thing. Just they worded different. So he said, those who are on the rooftop don't come down. And Luke said, those who are on the best time, someone who can get killed by the sword. And what can happen? He tell them run out to Israel. He said, all those who say Israel don't come in, all those who are inside Israel run out. And when they run out, when they get sell us captive into all nations. This is the same Luke 21. He said when they get scattered to the four corners of the earth. So in 70 AD is when the temple get destroyed, when Israel was taken over. The Israelites run out to Israel. So, and the scriptures say, let me in Luke 21, Yahushua that is when the true Israelites will return. So right now, Israel is being trodden down by the Gentiles. So all of this is part of Luke 21. All this is something that is past. Some people say that it is something to come, but this was merely about the temple and not the end. And he gave us said that so you get pitch black. You got a massive earthquake, the whole earth. Because when you read Revelation 2, the whole earth you'll be shaking, not one part of the earth. The whole earth gonna be shaking when he comes. So this massive earthquake gonna shake the whole earth. Everybody gonna know when he comes. So this is something that is already past. So this COVID-19 has nothing to do with Luke 21 or Matthew 24. But it gonna have something to do with the ushering in the beast. And the ushering in at the chip. The mark of the beast. Because you know what? They got some people taking chips already. But they want to enforce it. And the best way to enforce it is through a disease like this. Right, the parts of the scripture, when you look at all these things he said can happen, all these happened to his disciples and all the believers. right? Let me just all right. Let me read from. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations, meaning the Israelites, which we all know. That's 24, Luke 21, 24, all right? And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles are fulfilled. The time of the Gentiles are fulfilled when he returned. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Now, this part you know God will he coming. So yes, when you talk about peace, this is gonna be about his coming. This is where this is gonna be. This is the part about his coming. There will be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. It's roaring. Men hearts failing them for fear. You know, my brother typing something earlier about we waiting for these principalities to be cast out of the second heaven onto the earth. All of that, when my heart feeling them for fear, that is part of it. So this part now is the part that we are looking for, because the scripture says when you read Revelation, it said that men gonna try to hide all the rocks, and the rocks gonna move. Even the rocks gonna move. Even the rocks gonna hide from them. Then they want the rocks fall upon them to kill them. So yes, part of this is part of his coming, but all of that part in the beginning there, that have to be with his disciples. But when you come down here now, I'm talking about this part. This part is for us in the end. So yes, there's a piece of it here for us, but most of that already passed. Same thing like in Matthew 24, most of that already passed. Look, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. You're looking for those things which are coming on the things that ain't coming on the earth that it make my heart feeling is when those principalities and things get cast out to the second heaven on the earth. Because the scripture say that is gonna happen. And it's gonna be big chaos on the earth. But you know what? We, the believers, gonna have a seal upon us that we ain't gonna be worried about these things. That's it. That's what he said. Instead of we living in fear, the Father don't give us a heart of fear. We have to protect the believers who are here on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. You hear that? The powers of heaven shall be shaken. Those principalities and them that living up in here, they are gonna get shit. They're gonna get cast down to the earth. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming. So that is what we're waiting on right now. But most of that in the beginning part, most of that gone already. So what we really waiting on right now is for the let's start enforcing some of these chips that, cause there's some places on that already 85% of the nation cashless. Even the bums that on the street, the homeless, they use cards. People don't give money. They don't hand out money. They hand out cards. Then let me just read here. Please let us not miss the opportunity in the season to share our faith to a hopeless world. From my understanding of the 5G, I understand that it is like a big microwave. That is why a lot of people getting sick. So they said because one of the scientists was trying to explain it. One of the scientists was trying to explain that just like our microwave does project the waves to heat up the food, this 5G is something that is projected over the earth the same way, but at a higher rate. That is why a lot of people getting sick. So I could just go by what the scientists say. I'm not one of to see who can get it first, and China was the closest. So pick sense on that. But yes, the time is now 7 o'clock. I know that we're supposed to be having a briefing from our government on the TV. I know that a lot of people gonna want to go and watch that briefing to see what the new instructions is coming out or what position we are in as a country. So I'm gonna allow you all to go ahead. But before I do that, I want to say the priestly blessing over you all. And I'm gonna I'm gonna say the priestly blessing over my brothers and sisters. Sisters, Yahuwah Barakatah by Yishmarika. I see my brother said 5G is a network upgrade for them to bring a global cashless society. And I not only the 5G, this COVID gonna be a good reason for them to go cashless. Because with the COVID thing, you said that when you don't under any cash, is a good way not to pass on a virus to somebody else. So this COVID is another good reason for them to go cashless. So I have to say shalom. We will continue this, my brothers and sisters. I know that there's a lot of questions still coming in, but the time has come that we should close. Have a good night's rest. Love you all.
That was good.
End stream is hit end stream, right?
Yeah.
And then hit end.
And what?
End the stream. I'll end the stream.
I don't know if that is it, but then just end it.
Yeah. Okay.